Today at 3:30. We hooked up to a full 40-foot container full of pasta, took it down to the big distribution warehouse for the grocery stores. Then we ran about a block away and picked up an empty that we had delivered yesterday with the furniture to the furniture installers. Took that back to our terminal and checked in with dispatch, and they said head back out to Campbell Industrial area and pick up this empty 40-foot container, which was delivered to a new self-storage facility that's being built. So the third movement of the day. And we're stripping it off here at strip file 5, stack 8. With the change in weather comes rain normally. I'm looking around us here and it's just like the skies are just getting darker and darker. We're in a sunny patch at the moment, but we are getting surrounded by huge black clouds. So I have a feeling the weather's going to change here pretty soon. Meantime, we'll get this chassis parked and then check in with dispatch. Dropped our empty at the shipping terminal and then bobtailed next door to this other shipping terminal, where we're going to pick up a full 20-foot container headed to a small trucking company that we do a lot of broker work with them. They go out and find the work and then we do the work. So I think it's packaging material. We're taking it to their little we have a real small warehouse, and yeah, just don't know if we need paperwork. We might have to swing by our terminal and pick up the paperwork for this run. But we got ourselves a 20-foot chassis. I think it was one of the last ones there. We're going to make our way down to the 20-foot containers that are down here on the waterfront. Chassis has a set of tires, 2 tires that are, it's like the tires had been locked up and then dragged, so it's like a square tire almost. Hopefully it doesn't become too much of a problem. The place we're going is just 1.5 miles away, so okay, so what are we looking for? 232746. There it is. There it is. Bottom can here on the left. this flat rack back to the inner island shipping terminal. And we're going to swap out the flat rack for an empty 20-foot container. And then take that empty container back to our terminal for our consolidated freight going to one of our neighbor islands. So again, what I would call real easy work. Pick up the containers, drive them 2 or 3 miles, drop them off. Nothing to it. Just a lot of hooking up and unhooking and pre-tripping. Trying to make sure the equipment's in good order. Spotted that quiet console on dock 3. WFHU 142968. Check number 4. Drop off this empty 20-foot container for consolidated freight headed to Kauai. I think it's taken in tomorrow. Just put it here on dock number 3. And we'll head down here to dock number 12. Freight going to Lanai, but I don't think it's ready yet. So we're going to finish up lunch, get caught up on the paperwork, and find out if they're ready to do this or not. But it's basically lunchtime. 1:28. We just got our 8th container movement stripped off here at the shipping terminal. Gotta get the chassis parked. I've been spending way too much time today just sitting in lines trying not to fall asleep. So now I feel tired. Picked up that 40-foot refrigerated container from our terminal, took it over to the inner island shipping terminal, and on Tuesdays they have this modified schedule where they close one of the front gates from 11 to 12. So I got there right at 11 o'clock, so I had to go to the back gate. By the time I got there, the queue had built up. We waited in line over an hour. We got that dropped off and then bobtailed back to our terminal. Hooked up to an empty 40-foot container that was dropped off because this shipping terminal was closed for lunch. They just reopened at 1. So then we had to wait in that queue. And if you just sit in the chair, after a while your head starts to nod. So that big dark cloud, we never did get any rain, but now we got gray skies. And the wind is picking up. In fact, they just got a high wind warning coming from that direction. See how the planes are landing? Normally the wind comes from that direction. So now you have all these 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing the trees in your neighborhood from a direction that they normally don't get blown from. It results in a lot of wind damage. This also brings heavy rains eventually. That's south, warm air. That's north, cooler air. And it was cold the last couple of days, but today it warmed up. I think the high today is 78, 79 degrees. Notice this. Don't have any wrenches. Checking with dispatch. I'm sure there's some more empties out here somewhere that we can go pick up. Alright, that's it. We can shut it down. It's been another long day. Silence. So yeah, we came in at 3:30 this morning. I'm an early bird person, so it's hard for me to get up, but once I'm up, I'm up. So, I mean, I don't wake up fast. I'm not one of those guys that jumps out of bed. One of those guys that like crawls out of bed, but I do wake up fairly easily early in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 container movements. 123 miles. We'll be out of here by 3 o'clock. In at 3:30, out at 3 o'clock. 9 movements, 123 miles. We're off tomorrow. That's another reason they have me come in early. I don't mind, and then I'm off tomorrow. So I can catch up on my rest. But we're gonna head on home now and make some dinner. I got some shrimp on my mind. Saute some shrimp, maybe add some tofu. I have some chow sum, some carrots, onions, mushrooms. Rice is already made. And I think I'll make a fresh tossed salad. And that's what's for dinner. Stir-fried shrimp, rice, and salad. But that is it for this day. Thanks for watching. Aloha.